Nyx is a frame I don't see getting recommended a lot, if at all, really, because she doesn't really fit too well in the modern Warframe meta, where the modern meta is just casting a couple abilities and watching everything die because nuking is the most prevalent thing right now. And a Warframe like Nyx, which doesn't nuke too well mainly, but instead mains crowd control and survivability, doesn't have much of a chance to be recommended to newer players or even later players that just simply haven't taken the time to play her. In this video, I'm going to be talking about her expectations, what to expect from basic common Nyx gameplay. Now, I have on a few augment mods for her. Mind Freak for her first ability, Mind Control, allows them to do a lot more damage, move a bit faster. Assimilate for her absorb augment. This costs more energy and the area effect is halved, but being able to move and even use your weapons while absorbing damage is insanely useful. It allows for basically just invulnerability in its entirety, and this is also how you can nuke with her with ease. Even though the area effect is halved, you're able to move around, absorb a lot more damage, take more aggro, and release millions of damage at the end. And then pacifying bolts. This is for her psychic bolts. You throw an additional 3 and it deals radiation. It's great for extra crowd control. You don't need it at all. Psychic bolts is already insanely useful for sealing over guard and armor stripping enemies. Now, the only reason I mention these augments is because 2 of the 3 are almost essential for Nyx. While you don't need Assimilate, you'll be hard pressed to find a Nyx without it. And though you don't need Mind Freak, it is so insanely helpful for a mind control build. Now, like I said, you don't need it. It does help out a lot though. Now, her usual gameplay goes something along the lines of casting Absorb to start absorbing damage, getting that invulnerability, and during that time you can shoot enemies if you want, or just stay there and not do anything, keep absorbing damage. Cast Mind Control on an enemy if you want to make a thrall, or cast Chaos if you want them to shoot each other. It really depends on what you're going for at the time. You can cast Chaos if you don't want to use Absorb, and they'll focus on each other instead of you. You can still take strays here and there, but you won't be the main focus of the damage, allowing for some pretty neat crowd control. And then once you build up enough damage with your absorb, you can release it all and do a bunch of damage at the end. It could be into the millions if you save up enough. And now, if you are for some reason stuck in a room of Xmas enemies, very unlikely, almost impossible to happen in a normal mission, but her second ability, Psychic Bolts, as I mentioned, takes Overguard. You can get Overguard via them just by casting at them, armor strip them, but Chaos does not work on these guys at all so long as they have Overguard. They are immune. Same with being Mind Control. Mind Control will not work on anyone with Overguard. So you have to shred their Overguard first, whether you have a secondary arcane for that, or you just shoot them until they lose it. But then after that, you can go ahead and Mind Control that enemy, deal a bunch of damage to them so they get a nice bonus damage multiplier, and then watch as they turn on their friends, allowing you to use Chaos on those that lost their Overguard, turning the entire board into just a mass of chaos and frenzy. Like I said though, the chance of you running into a room full of a bunch of Overguard enemies is very small, but her kit usually just revolves solely around causing chaos and pretty much being invincible, really. Mind controlling an enemy, giving them an insane bonus damage multiplier, standing still, taking damage if you want, or moving around while killing enemies. It just depends on your type of playstyle, but she's more of a relaxed, safe, comfort frame. And personally, I love that. I think she's an amazing frame. I don't think I've ever had a problem with Nyx. Now, the kind of player that would like her is quite simple. If you want a relaxed playstyle, she's fantastic. If you don't want to die, she's superb. If you prefer going solo, crowd control is an amazing way to solo play in this game. But she's probably not for you if you literally only care about killing enemies as fast as possible. Nuking isn't something she excels at. She can nuke, but it takes a while to build it up. And even then, the damage you do is nowhere near as much as you could do with a basic Sevagoth build. So if you want to clear rooms by pressing one button, she is not for you. And if you want to enjoy extremely fast, high action gameplay, like playing with Gauss or Volt, she definitely isn't for you. I'd say her main appeal is just utility and survivability, along with just comfort and ease of use. And with that being said, that's pretty much just about it. Nyx is a very good frame in my opinion, but I'm also interested to hear what other people think about her. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about Nyx, whether you love her, whether you hate her, what kind of playstyle you prefer to use, anything really. And with that being said, until next time.